Hey there, Stampers, and welcome to another Step It Up video. This week we're going to do these really lovely kind of classic Christmas cards, but not in classic Christmas colors. So this is our step one. Oh, we'll be using the Come to Bethlehem stamp set. And this is the step one card, step two, and step three. Now we have a lot going on step three, so let me get started with our step one. All three cards, of course, use the same 8.5 by 5.5 card base. Then you're going to use your bone folder and fold at 4 1/4. And then we're going to use a piece of early espresso for the first, this card. The stamped image is going to go on a 4 by 3 piece of crumb cake on all three cards. It's the same. This mat I wanted is 4 1/4, so a quarter bigger this way, and then I did it 3 3/8 instead of 3 1/4, and that gives it just a little more room so that I could put this crumb cake seam binding ribbon and still get that little bit of a border down below. I hope that makes sense. So it will look like this before you put your ribbon on. So you have this extra here, and then you're just going to put your ribbon here. But let's go ahead and show you. Here is the piece we're going to stamp, and we're using early espresso ink. And you just want to, when you're doing these solid images, you want to really look. And I don't know if the camera picks it up, but right there by the camel, it's not inked. So you want to kind of smush it in a little bit. And I always do it a little twist to make sure I get really good coverage. And then if I don't get a full coverage, I go back in with my aqua painter and paint in with the same color ink, obviously, to get a really good, you see, I'll go back in. If I can see my aqua painter, I will show you real quickly what I would do. Just get a little ink on your pad there and pick it up, and then just kind of fill in. So anyway, you'll do that if you need to, and then I'm also stamping "Oh Come Let Us Adore Him" on this. Here's the card. Just kind of keeping the plane even there. And then all you're going to do is mount it to this. Oh, I did use a little, I took a sponge and just gave a little sponging on the edge. And then matted it, added the crumb cake ribbon, and centered it on the card base. I added a little basic rhinestone, and that's your level 1 card. Level 2, you can see it's basically the same thing. Now what I did here, I gave a little gold treatment to the edge. We're going to add a early espresso 5 1/4 by 4 mat to the same card base. And then we're going to add a 4 1/2 by 3 1/2 crumb cake and a 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 early espresso. And then the stamped image. On the level 2 card, I took some Versamark on the edge. I dragged the edge of this in Versamark, just like so. I don't know if the camera's picking this up. Yeah. And then I dipped it in some gold embossing powder, and then with my heat tool, heated. And I did it to all 4 sides. I did it to this image, and then I did it to this piece of cardstock, the early espresso. I layered instead of putting the ribbon in front like I did on the level 1, I put it on this piece of cardstock. I put the ribbon, then I layered and adhered this down with the crumb cake seam binding. You can see it right here. See? And then I took these other layered pieces, put it over the ribbon. I ran out of the ribbon, and it's on order, and it's taking longer than I thought. Sorry. And then you put a little bow here, and then again with the basic rhinestone. So you can see the gold, and it's okay if it's not perfect. I think it looks really nice. I like it. And that's the level 2 card. Now the level 3 card, it's the same measurements, except this time, instead of doing a gold edge on this piece, I took, this is from, I think it's called Creative Elements, and I stamped this all over this background piece using Versamark all over. And I left a space and did the "Oh Come Let Us," it's a subtle thing, "Oh Come Let Us Adore Him," also in Versamark, and then I put the gold embossing powder and heat embossed and set that. And then I did the seam binding across the piece here after it was heat embossed, and then the quilted early espresso as well. And then I layered that onto the card base. And then the next piece I did a full, on this one you can see that I only did a little bit of the edge. On this piece, I'm going to show you what I did, because I think it's really cool looking. Put this here. I'm going to have to move it in a minute, but I want to show you. So I didn't have any gold paper, but I still wanted a uniform looking gold. So I took the piece that I was going to mat on there, and instead of just dragging the edge, I just went around the outside edge with my Versamark pad and made sure it was well inked. And I just put a piece of copy paper here. And then I took my gold embossing powder and let me show you. It's going to get noisy because I want to show you how pretty it looks. It'll take me, how about I just pause and come back? But you can see the before and after. So hold, please. This is so much fun. I'm going to see if I can get it to show on camera. Anyway, so you get the idea. That's how you create that little perfect gold edge that I have here. And when you put the other matted piece, the other piece of paper that you're going to use to mat, you can see you get this really beautiful look. Okay, where's my samples? Except I think this one. Oh, I'm all thumbs today. This one. That was the wrong one. Okay, like this. Isn't it beautiful? You can see it looks just like that. And then the only other thing I did for this one, I didn't have the "Oh Come Let Us Adore Him." Excuse me. I took my multi-purpose glue, my Tombow, and I made a line right up to and following the edge of the stamped image. And then I sort of, I won't tell you how long it took me till I realized that there was this other applicator tip. But I like to put it on kind of thickly to hold the glass glitter. So I I put it on with the other tip, and then I just kind of smooth it out with this one. But this ensures that I have enough glue to cover everything that I want to cover, if that makes sense. Okay, and then you're going to get your champagne glass glitter. I need a piece of paper. And then you're going to put it just like so. And I sort of leave it. I smush it and I leave it to dry. And then, so I'm going to have to put that aside. Just to show you the finished product because I think it's so beautiful. I added one little spot of glue on the star and added more glass glitter. And then I put it aside for probably overnight just to make sure that everything dried properly. And that was it. I know it seems like a lot to go from something very simple to this, but I really like the way the glass glitter, and I like the way the musical notes back there look too. So if you don't have that particular set with that, you know, use something that you have that you like just to create a subtle little background. And it's nice. Okay, so step 1, step 2, and step 3. I appreciate you stopping by, and I hope you're having a great holiday weekend. And we'll see you next time. Bye!